the Bears Stadium has been in flux for a long time, and it does
Yeah,
it
about four or
does
five
seem
years.
like
Yeah.
they are going to be moving to Arlington Heights. And the final nail in the coffin, I think, is both Brandon Johnson and now JB Pritzker are both saying we're not going to give billionaires money and tax breaks be-
To
because they're
build their
billionaires
stadium. Yeah.
to build their stadium. We're not going to give billionaires billions of dollars and not see any of that revenue back. It's just not happening. Like JB Pritzker being a billionaire also is like,
He's
it's a
looking
thing.
them down like,
It's
I
a
know you got
thing.
money.
Like, why are you acting poor? None of
Yeah,
us are
yeah.
poor here.
Come on.
And I appreciate JB Pritzker for that. I appreciate
Yeah.
him saying, we're not going to give billions of dollars of taxpayer money.
Yeah, because I would love to like get a chance to talk to like a Rams fan. I would love to get a
Yeah.
chance to talk to a Rams fan in St. Louis. Like, are you still a fan of the Rams, even though they're in LA now? Like, where did your fandom go in terms of like the NFL when they left? You know, Brandon Johnson was on the radio talking about the stadium on 670 to score. And he was talking about how, we are the best option and that's why they keep having free falls. Like that's why things keep falling apart. Like they need certain things that other cities just cannot provide because they don't have the money or the infrastructure to develop it. Yeah.
Well, also, I think I think part of the reason why they don't want to move from Chicago is like, yeah, you're right, the infrastructure, but also the view of it. I mean, like right on the lake, like it is, and like,
And it's also a charter franchise too, right? And like, because
yeah,
that's the other thing that Brandon Johnson was kind of like pushing is like we're a charter franchise. We're one of the OGs of this league, and you should be trying to stay like there's where else are you going to go, like what is it that Indiana's offering providing you that you wouldn't be able to get here. And so to me, I feel like this is just going to be a back and forth to the Bears staying in Chicago. Here's a look. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like so they'd have, an open dome. It's a dome with a retractable. And then, they'd open all this up right here along here. And then right by McCormick Place, there'd be more like activities and stuff for like Bears fans to get into. So it really would maybe affect the tailgate, you know what I mean? But ultimately this is what it will
But
be.
that's on where Soldier Field is.
Yeah, this is where Soldier Field is. Like this is right off Lakeshore.
Yeah.
I got this right from the Bears website. So I just wanted to pop it up and give you guys a good view of what it
so
would
would
look
they
like.
tear down Soldier or would they just revamp it?
It looks like that's a complete tear down because it's a dome.
Yeah,
Uh, it looks like a complete tear down, especially with the outside. Like right here, they seem like to put stadium right down at the bottom.
yeah,
So that's what I would say. I'm also just withstanding with people who's like, I'm tired of these people with all this money trying to make me pay for their stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to pay for our
yeah.
stuff.
No, I mean, like there was a time back in the day, and this is not about sports, but it is about billionaires, and so it is kind of about sports because
Yeah.
it's a lot of
For
billionaires in
y'all.
sports. But like, yes, Tucker, rolling my eyes. But there was a time when they put like caps on how much like these titans of industry can make. So like back in the day with the Rockefellers and the Carnegies, there was a cap on how much they could make. They ended up putting all their money so that they didn't have to pay more, they didn't have to just pay it out to the government. They ended up, making libraries with their names on it and like funding universities and like different stuff like that where it was like it was philanthropy not for the sake of the citizens. It was kind of because they were forced to do it. They had to do it, but like they still did good works. And sometimes it's like, who cares what the reason is? You know what I mean? Like, so if we just kind of force this family to make a stadium in Chicago because there
Yeah.
is no better option,
Yeah.
and maybe if we had caps on how much money somebody could make, they would just be like, you know what, we'll pay for a fucking stadium.
Yeah. Because even if you do get the agreement to Arlington Heights, right? Like you still got to break ground. It's got to be developed. Probably be like 10 years. So like it really wouldn't even, it would be a transition into Arlington, I think. But I just don't see I don't see them making the same amount. And Brandon Johnson again was on the score talking about this exact thing. Like there's more money, there's more jobs here, there's more
Yeah.
ingress and regress, I believe he said, something along those lines. And so I trust the mayor with that a little bit because that makes the most sense. He's like, we have a plan in
Yeah.
place. You just keep, thinking you can do better than this plan.
Yeah, and there's a reason why they keep talking about going to Arlington Heights, and there's a reason why they just haven't jumped on it. And it's probably I mean,
You
it's
guys keep
because
saying Arlington Heights. Sorry to cut you off. You mean Hammond, right?
No.
Because Arlington Heights I thought was a no-go because it's
Well, that's
still
the
in the city.
thing. That's the thing is like the best bet is Arlington Heights because they messed up the Indiana deal. Like
Mhm.
Kevin Warren is Kevin Warren is under speculation of being on the hot seat because of how badly he's messed this up. Like that's a rumor. Those are rumors that I've at
Mm.
least seen on the on certain places. You think even the 670 the score was talking about it, I think the other day, that earlier this week. So to me, that says like, yo, it sounds like Chicago, they might just get this new stadium, but it will be here. That's what I think. Because Brandon Johnson also talked about like creating more stadiums for all sports. He's talking about
Yeah.
a stadium for the Sky, a stadium for another Chicago football team, like a Chicago
Well,
women's football
the
team.
fire is building their whole campus.
Yeah. There's reason to stay. I hope that they get settled and we can talk less about stadiums and more about football.
Yeah.
The Curd and the Bird.
The Curd and the Bird
The Curd and the Bird.
on the Laugh Factory Network.